decrease the layers.
Yeah.
Maybe he took out the J. Cole shot.
Oh, because you think there's a Cole?
I think there was a Cole shot.
But then he still got Cole's little acapella floating
But he still
around,
has his acapella on All Right.
All smart like fire has to. All smart like fire.
Who told you that?
J. Cole. The industry is playing with your name. Now, for context, it's important to note that this conversation stimulates from one of the more recent episodes of The Bigger Picture, and within this episode, Elliot Wilson brought up a fan and they began to speculate on why Kendrick Lamar is still using J. Cole's vocals while on tour.
Great lyric breakdown. But for Kendrick to use Cole's version, I think what you're saying is there's an ad lib on the front end that Cole says something. He has that playing under All Right. All Right's his biggest song. They have the stems to the original instrumental. I can guarantee you that. So for him to be...
What are the opening lines?
So
what are the
for
lines?
him to
Look
be...
up the lines. What are the lines? Do we know what the lines are?
Is All Right his biggest song?
No, not his biggest song ever, but it's one of. I would say it's in his top 5.
You said it's his biggest song.
Okay.
GNX, you went to the GNX tour? Listen, because I went when he was here in Atlanta, and I heard it clear.
That was there?
He did it at the pop out, and he's been doing it on tour.
So the lyrics,
And there you have it. Now, many fans have pointed this out before, and it has been a conversation piece. I personally don't view this as a shot, but I also don't view it as a shout out by any means either. I think this is just the latest example of Kendrick keeping his name next to Drake and J. Cole. And I must say, I do find that to be a bit odd for someone who claims they no longer want to be a part of the Big Three.
Yo, bro, it really gets to a point. I'm starting to lose a little bit of respect for Kenny as an artist because, bro, you're on tour. Like, people are paying money to see you perform your best songs, be entertaining, obviously alongside SZA. Yet, you always try to find a way, a crevice, an opportunity to bring Drake up. Like, that's not weird to y'all. Mind you, since Not Like Us has dropped, Drake has not addressed Kendrick by his name since then. Yeah, Drake may have sent a couple of subliminal shots in his recent projects with like maybe some Sexy Songs for You or a couple of singles he released after Not Like Us came out. But he is not name dropping Kendrick no more. Like, he hasn't done that for over a year now. Meanwhile, this man is on tour, has fans paying money to see him, and he's still name dropping Drake. Like, I've said this in so many of my other videos. I am actually a Kendrick fan. I just don't like the way he's been moving with this whole Drake beef. It's definitely getting to a point where it's weird and a little obsessive at this point, bro. Because if we're being completely honest here, Kendrick is only as relevant as he is off the strength of Drake. Like,
now, I won't go that far. Yes, Kendrick clearly had the industry support, but he still had to execute. You can't take that from him. But you all tell me what you think. Why does Kendrick continue to use J. Cole vocals? Why does he continue to use Drake's name while on tour? Let me know what you think in the comments. Now, me personally, I'm not going to read too much into this because J. Cole has said it himself that he views Kendrick as family. Take a listen.
For the first time, because, clearly y'all can tell by how the way I've been describing my career. I didn't grow up with community rap, you know what I mean? Meaning like the dudes that were mentors were older than me, you know what I mean? We wasn't making shit together. They would record me or whatever, but we wasn't like cooking up together. That was the first time I felt like I had found someone that loved this shit just as much as I loved it and took it as serious and like had the same similar taste, you know what I mean? And we just like, bro, it was like when you was a kid and you would ask your mom if somebody could come over to the house and then y'all do all the same shit. Y'all like to play NBA.
I remember how you described it to me. You said it felt like your cousin came into town.
That's what it felt like. Like your cousin come over to your house. Yeah, it's like.
And there you have it. Now, because of the family element that J. Cole speaks of, I am hesitant to think Kendrick is still dissing him by choosing to play his vocals while on tour. However, it's not unfathomable for Kendrick to randomly start sending shots towards Cole despite their relationship, because honestly, that's sort of how we got here. many people were surprised to see Kendrick randomly start hating on Cole.
And this is Kendrick hate too, by the way, on Cole. This is Kendrick hate on Cole.
I agree with you.
I never heard Kendrick do. Wasn't they supposed to have a project coming out a bunch of years ago?
Yes.
I never heard Kendrick shade or slights or attention toward Cole. There's always been a mutual respect of boundaries.
They've done the Black Friday thing where they each took each other's record, rapped over it. Not together, but Cole rapped over Kendrick's record, Kendrick rapped over Cole's record.
I do think it's interesting that Kendrick makes this chess move
now,
while this consensus on Cole is,
well, I think he's
running away with it.
He had to make this.
It looks like J. Cole is the only one being competitive. He's the only one who's rapping with the kind of conviction that says, like, I still value the number one spot as a lyricist. I see where.
And there you have it. It was when Cole was being viewed as the greatest that Kendrick decided to hate on Carolina's finest. But you all tell me what you think. Do you think Kendrick is still sending shots at J. Cole? Do you think he is clout chasing by continuing to mention Drake? Or do you think Kendrick is just enjoying his victory lap and people are reading too much into all of this? I don't know. But that's my video for today. Caleb from Twitter, signing out. Hey, before I get out of here, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who has continued to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. One person in particular, Eric Wright. He is someone I know personally. And for anyone who does YouTube, you know how rare it is for people who know you personally to actually watch and engage with the content you post here. So I just want to say thank you, family. I really appreciate you tapping in and supporting the page. I wanted to give an update on the channel. We are currently at 916 subscribers. Man, I'm so grateful. I am so grateful because you don't have to look far to find negative content on Cole nowadays. And so for all of you to continue to show up and we continue to see growth week over week on something that's pushing positivity, man, I appreciate it. I really do. I do apologize. I was not able to release a video on last week. You can probably hear it in my voice. I've been a little under the weather. In fact, I completely lost my voice actually. But I wanted to bounce back with giving you a video today. Hopefully I begin to start feeling better in the coming weeks. But that's my video for today. Caleb. Peace.